Bismillah Rahman Rahim. With the permission of the chair, Professor Asif Naqvi, and co-chairs, Professor Arif Nadeem and Zishan, I will need the permission to begin, sir. Thank you. I'm very grateful to the audience for being here this afternoon after the Jummah break and after the PSIM Wellbeing Walk. And my talk is going to be about liver diseases and role of a herbal product in causing liver protection. And to give you and share with you the evidence which we have. But before going on to that, I'll tell you how unfortunate are we in Pakistan because we are exposed to an array of liver diseases. And when a person comes with liver disease, all the person needs most of the time is reassurance. कई दफ़ा लोग समझते हैं reassurance का मतलब ये है कि मरीज को कहें कि तुम्हें कुछ नहीं है. That's not the reassurance. That is just brushing away what the fact is. Reassurance is to share with the patient his or her concerns and tell him or her that, okay, this is a problem and it's going to get better with, obviously, change in the lifestyle and medication. Pakistan has staggering prevalence of hepatitis A. By the age of 10 years, 90% of our children, 90, test positive for anti-HIV IgG. But most of that infection is subclinical. Hepatitis A is responsible for most of the cases of acute viral hepatitis in children. And by the age of 14 years, 97% of people are positive for anti-HIV, but they don't remember ever having jaundice or hepatitis. And 5 to 6% of adults also get acute viral hepatitis because of hepatitis A virus. It's a rare cause of fulminant hepatic failure, but those who practice liver disease or hepatology, they see, unfortunately, a number of patients who will present with fulminant hepatic failure, and the mortality these days is a little less, but from a country where they have a regular liver transplant, they have found that hepatitis A is responsible for 10 to 26% of patients with fulminant hepatic failure who will eventually go on to need liver transplant. Out of a study of 2,735 confirmed cases of hepatitis A who developed fulminant hepatic failure, 36.7% died, and this, I can tell you, is a very low number for our country. This is not Pakistan. People in Pakistan, when they develop fulminant hepatic failure, more than 60 to 70% will die, and very fortunate few will have access to liver transplant. There are only 2 centers, one in Lahore and one in Gambat in Sindh, which are offering liver transplant. And clinical picture of hepatitis A is a wide spectrum. Most of the times, no symptoms, but at the other end is fulminant hepatic failure. Come to hepatitis E, which is a common cause of hepatitis in adults. 10% of all adult acute viral hepatitis is hepatitis E. It is associated with very high mortality in the 3rd trimester of pregnancy, which reaches up to 35 to 40%. People think that those patients, the pregnant ladies, need to have abortion or an early termination. That does not change the prognosis. There are 4 genotypes of hepatitis E. Pakistan, we have genotype 1. There is a vaccine available for hepatitis E in Pakistan. It's a Chinese vaccine, but very few people will get it. This is the organ under consideration. Liver is unique in many ways. First, it gets blood flow from 2 systems. 75% of it comes from portal vein, and a mere 25% comes from the hepatic artery. And then it is the seat of so many so many reactions, chemical actions that take place. And what we have seen that people, when they develop this fulminant or acute viral hepatitis, they are advised meethi cheezein, meetha juice. That's not required. People ask me what is the parhez, and I tell them it's given in our book, holy book. In half an ayat, you have the full hikmat. Wakulu washribu wala tusrifu. और खाओ और पियो मगर इसराफ ना करो, ज़्यादा ना खाओ. सब कुछ खाएं, थोड़ा थोड़ा खाएं. And that is the mantra in diabetes, in heart disease, in whatever disease. There are two types of cell, hepatic parenchymal cell and non-parenchymal cell. Acute liver injury, parenchymal cells are damaged. Non-parenchymal cells are Kupffer cells, stellate cells, and sinusoidal cells. Chronic injury, they are damaged, and they lay down fibrosis, and that leads to nodular regeneration and eventually HCC. What are the mechanisms which cause injury to the liver in acute hepatitis or in chronic hepatitis? The mechanism is simple. There are primarily two mechanisms which cause any death of the cell or damage to the cell. Are you aware of those? First, we have been hearing since morning is inflammation. Whether you're talking about NCDs, which is diabetes, or hypertension, or cardiovascular disease, or cancer, or obesity, there is widespread, rampant inflammation. Inflammation ऐसे जैसे storm आ गए. And what is the opposite that causes cell death? Apoptosis. वो ऐसे जैसे fall आता है, जैसे खज़ां आ जाती है और पत्ते झड़ जाते हैं. खुद चुपचाप एक वो death हो जाती है cells की. And these are the mechanisms which are running side by side. Eventually, the mitochondria is the seat of damage, and it is either the antioxidants, free oxygen radicals, ischemia of the blood flow, which will determine that the organ will either have inflammation or apoptosis. Anything and everything that can prevent inflammation or apoptosis can make you healthy. This is the disease which Professor Javed Akram also referred to in the well-being walk. Metabolic dysfunction associated steatotic liver disease, previously known as NAFLD, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Come June 2023, 56 societies sat together and decided to change the nomenclature. It's called metabolic dysfunction associated steatotic liver disease, and we are seeing an increasing number of MASLD patients. When we call it MASLD, when more than 5% hepatocytes have fat in them. The community prevalence of MASLD is rampant in Pakistan, 30 to 53%. MASH is steatohepatitis, which is more aggressive form of MASLD. First there is steatosis, then there is inflammation, and then there is fibrosis, and eventually ending up in HCC, hepatocellular carcinoma. So this is how it progresses, but there are two diseases, rather three, which does not progress like hepatitis C. Hepatitis C progresses very smoothly from inflammation to early fibrosis, late fibrosis, cirrhosis, and cancer. But three diseases, hemochromatosis, follow the same pathway. Metabolic disorders, autoimmune hepatitis, all follow the same pathway. But hepatitis B, alcohol-induced liver disease, and metabolic dysfunction-associated steatotic liver disease may not follow the same pathway, and slight inflammation without leading on to cirrhosis can end up with HCC. In USA, in year 2023, MASLD has become #1 cause of liver transplant. It has surpassed hepatitis C or B. Pakistan में still hepatitis C is rampant. Pakistan, an article appeared in Lancet in 1996, and it said Pakistan a cirrhotic state. Cirrhosis is very common. 41 to 50% people with cirrhosis will have hepatitis C. 10 to 30% will have hepatitis B. And I have been seeing lots of cases, sir, who have chronic hepatitis E, but more common than, I think more common than hepatitis B, but less common than C is MASH, metabolic associated steatohepatitis, as cause of liver cirrhosis. Pakistan एक signatory है to a treaty of WHO by which hepatitis C has to be eradicated by 2030, but we are nowhere near target. उसके मुताबिक अगर हम आज शुरू करें तो we should treat 1.7 million patients every year for 6 years to reach eradication. Egypt has done that. उनकी prevalence हमसे भी ज़्यादा थी. Their prevalence was 12%. And our prevalence now is 4.3 or 4.5%. Lekin that means 10 million cases. Population is 240 million. So we are nowhere near that. So when that is not foreseeable, what do we have to protect the liver? And this, the Maseldi have brought to the top. It is not on the top yet in Pakistan, but in the world it is the top. There, world population, about 30% has MASLD, which is 2,400 million of 8 billion. And then we have HCV, which is only 100 million. Hepatitis B virus is about 300 million. Alcohol, drugs and toxin, autoimmune, metabolic disorders. So what is the first thing when a person comes with liver disease? The first thing is a therapeutics lifestyle change, and you have to do patient-centric, patient-partnered approach. Yesterday there was an amazing talk by John Colby, who is president of International Society of Internal Medicine, and he made a talk on difficult to treat and mild asthma. And I asked him at the end of his talk, what is the average time you spend with your first-time patient who has come in with mild asthma? And he said, it takes me 40 minutes. And that is what the patient needs. Patient-centric, patient-partnered approach. और हमने भी यही कहा है, इस कॉन्फ्रेंस की थीम है evidence-based, patient-centric medicine अपनाओ. Professor Aziz from Swat made an excellent presentation, and he said only evidence-based is not possible, is not the right choice. You need to have patient-partnered approach. It requires time, it requires effort, it causes personalized care, and that is the requirement. In the meanwhile, when we do not have a medicine, recently a medicine has been approved in March 2024, resmetirom. Usse pehle there was no approved medicine for MASLD. Abhi March mein hui hai resmetirom, which is a thyroid hormone receptor agonist. So, and it's very, very expensive. 1 month dose costs about $4,600 US. $4,600 US. और ये तकरीबन 12-13 लाख रुपया बनता है एक महीने की दवाई. So what do we have? We have a product which can protect the seat of injury. चाहे वो apoptosis हो, चाहे वो inflammation हो. It protects the mitochondria. Apoptosis is caspase dependent, जैसे मैंने कहा है वो खज़ां आ जाती है, and ATP depletion leads to necrosis, ये storm आ जाता है. And what is that product? It is called LIV52. It's a product which is developed in India, neighboring country, and being marketed in Pakistan. It has 4 important ingredients, and Capparis spinosa, Terminalia arjuna, Sicorium intybus, which is Kasni, and Solanum nigrum, which is Kali Patti also. So nigrum is black. So what action do they have? Capparis spinosa, there are many studies, there is evidence, क्योंकि आजकल ज़माना evidence-based medicine का. So I am going to share with you the evidence that Capparis spinosa is antioxidant. It scavenges the free radicals from the mitochondria, and it inhibits lipid peroxidation, which is a cause of disease. And Psychorium increases glutathione, and glutathione is anti-inflammatory. Solanum nigrum, it preserves the structural integrity of cell membrane, and it helps hepatocellular regeneration. Or Arjuna jo hai, it's a native plant, and we see it in Lahore and all part of Pakistan. It decreases cholesterol level, and that is also antioxidant and anti-inflammatory. So role of, now look at one ingredient at a time. This is World Journal of Gastroenterology. In conclusion, this article said that Psychorium intybus casni has hepatoprotective effects, and that is due to enhancement of antioxidant enzymes and reduction in mineraloaldehyde. And this is a study, a meta-analysis of 3 clinical trials, 50 phase 3 clinical trials, 50, with 4,490 patients, showing that LIF52DS, if you give it once, twice a day, significantly reduces bilirubin, ALT, and AST. And look at the data here, which I'm going to share with you. LIF52 significantly decrease triacyl glycerol content, and that leads to reduction in inflammation. It increases insulin-mediated glucose uptake by threefold. Threefold means 300%. And decrease significantly lipid peroxidation and increased albumin content. And albumin is very significant. Now come to other effects on appetite. It enhances appetite, it improves food intake, and in children it can lead to enhanced height and weight, and it also improves serum albumin. It's available widely, 65 countries. There is a clinical experience of about 70 years, and there are more than 250 studies, and they have consistently shown that it is hepatoprotective. Now look at another part, Capparis spinosa. It protects liver injury with antioxidant capacity and free radical scavenging and inhibition of lipid peroxidation. Or Psychorium intybus, again Kasni in Urdu, is an antioxidant and hepatoprotective agent. So in cirrhosis, this was a long-term study, 6 months. No patient had severe ascites, no patient developed Child-Pugh class C. At the beginning, ALT level was 89. At the end, it was average, reduced by more than half, and AST similarly reduced by about 40%. Efficacy in liver cirrhosis, this is Elsevier publication, and it shows that there is improvement, both symptomatic and biochemical, and based on the scan. Total number of papers with LIF52 are 281, clinical papers 185, experimental papers 96. And just look at the comparison, because we have to compare horses with horses, LIF52 with silymarin and amino acids, and LIF52 has hepatoprotective, anti-inflammatory, liver regenerative, lipid peroxidation inhibition, and cytochrome P450 maintenance. Achillea millefolium is another product which is part of LIF52. It is a chlorotic agent. Best chlorotic agent kya hai? Orthodeoxycholic acid. It promotes bile acid secretion, and this promotes bile acid secretion. Bile is strongly inflammatory. It's available as a syrup, an ordinary tablet, and a double strength tablet. This is how it looks like in the market. I've been listening to a lot of talks, and the distinguished speakers who have been coming here have spoken about a lot of things, तो एक मैं ये रह नहीं सकता, बच्चों के लिए है ख़ास तौर पर, कि इट्स इन फोक लैंग्वेज ऑफ पंजाब कि तस्बीह फेरी ते दिल ना फिरिया, की लेना तस्बीह फड़ के हो, ते इलम पढ़िया ते अदब ना सिखिया, की लेना अदब पढ़ के हो, ते चिल्ले कट्टे ते कुछ ना खटिया, की लेना चिल्लियां वड़ के हो, ते जाग बिना दुध जमदे नहीं बाहू, पावें लाल होवन कड़ कड़ के हो। तो ये जाग लग रही है आपको यहां पर। वी हैव द बेस्ट ऑफ द बेस्ट कम टू यू फ्रॉम ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड। सोमिया इतनी सख्त है, वो हमारी जो चेयरपर्सन है साइंटिफिक कमेटी की, उसने पाबंदी लगा दी कि आप लोग स्पीच नहीं दे सकते, टॉक नहीं दे सकते। वो तो हमारा जो है लेक्चर देने का जो मुआवजा है वो इतना कम है कि ये इंडस्ट्रियल सिंपोजियम में फिर मुझे और अजीज़ुर रहमान को और हम जैसे लोगों को मौका मिले।